Welcome, my doers. I'm Speedy, and today I'm going to learn more about Affinity Photo.
Yeah, today we're going to be doing some more really drawing sort of things. And you notice that we've got our little half gloves on because we're going to start using the graphics tablet today. So we're going to go over layers again real quick, the brush tool, the erase tool, and maybe the color picker sort of thing. So let's switch to this. Uh-huh. So now you can see the graphics tablet that we've got here. And let's come over here. So let's move this. All right. So we have layers over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just start with one layer, and then we're going to add another layer, and we'll see how that works. Okay. Now we've got our pen here, and I know this is black on black with black, and I've got a white hand, and Speedy's got a black hand. So as we pull the graphics tablet down, or the pen down to the graphics tablet, you see where it is, right? It follows all the way around. It's just like the mouse, okay? And we're going to come over here. We've got the paintbrush tool selected. Okay, see? Paintbrush tool right there. Right there.
I see it.
Okay, that's selected. So when we draw with this, and as you press, voila. Now you don't need to do any buttons or anything. Go ahead, and as you get it close, you see what happens to the cursor. It starts to show up.
Okay, so do anything?
Yeah. Okay, you're pressing a button. Don't press a button. Uh, keep going. All right. Let me see something real quick. Let's see if we have background music. Moment. No background music. But, yeah, get out. Both the mouse and the pen are fighting for the same cursor. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now, go ahead, draw something else. Okay. Now it takes a lot of practice to use a graphics tablet. This is great. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to go over here, and we're going to pick the erase tool. And if you notice, when we pass over any of this, it's going to show you what it's going to erase. So I'm going to erase this. You don't have to erase everything, but you can erase. Maybe I'll leave that. You want to erase something? And as soon as you press down, very good. Okay. Okay.
Walk.
Now, The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to create a new pixel layer. All right. Now this layer right here is our drawing, and then we've created a new pixel layer. So now, if I try to erase, I can't erase anything. Come over here, pick the brush tool, and let me go over here and let's pick a different color. Let's go with green like that. Okay. Okay. Now, if you notice, that green's on top, and if we move this up here, now it's beneath it. Okay. So, why don't you go ahead and create a new pixel layer? It's this thing right down here. It's the, yeah, that one. All right. Now use this. Grab the pen, pick a different color. You have to press down. Not hitting the buttons. Okay. Now go over and draw something. Just a scribble's fine. Okay. Draw over top of the drawing. Okay. Now, move the layer. That, click, and now it's on top. Okay. So now if we were to come over here and get the eraser tool, you got to know what layer you're on to know what you're going to erase. All right, now this is all well and good, but you know, drawing like that, this is only just a little bit better than using the mouse.
Yeah.
All right, let's do something a little bit more fun. All right, I'm going to do a completely new layer. Neat thing is, we can change it to FANS. We'll call it fancy layer. All right, we're going to do something fancy, and let's pick a nice bright red. Now up here is this thing where it says force pressure control size. Let's turn that on. So now when we come over here and we pick this,
Wow.
all depending on how hard you press is how big it gets. Now remember, we can use the brackets to make it bigger and smaller, and even if we make it really, really big, you can still do a little thing, and then as we press harder and harder, it gets big. Okay, so time for you to make a layer. All right, name the layer. So you go up and you click on where it says pixel, and you can call it the Speedy layer or something like that.
Don't let me delete.
Okay, just go ahead and hit enter. Right there. All right, now pick a new color. It's pressing down. All right, we'll get into the buttons some other time. And press down harder. Okay. Kind of neat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do stuff on your speedy layer here. I'm going to make the brush size a little bit smaller. All right. And now what you need to be able to do when you're drawing is you'll need to be able to sketch. So if you do something like this, you can sketch a little bit, and then you can come back, create a new layer, all right, on top of your sketch, and then you'll be able to do things where you follow that contour. Okay, all right. There are some exercises that you can do with your graphics tablet, and that is to make as parallel lines as you can. Now, they're not going to be perfect because you're not a computer, but if you can do that, and then you can go, okay, I'm going to do some lines this way. All right. If you can do that, then you get better control. So it takes a lot of practice. Let's give you a nice dark green color. Here you go. And find a clean area and just do some parallel lines. Pretty difficult, isn't it?
It's kind of easy.
Yeah. All right. Now, so you can see how having layers that have names will help you, because now we don't know which layer is which down here. We know this one's the green layer because, well, it shows the green, and we can come over here and we can hit the eraser tool and we can end up erasing some of this green. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. Okay, so pick a layer on there and do some erasing. You can erase some on the fancy layer. Okay, and that's these red marks here. Okay. Okay, so got another little quick tip for you. Now, this graphics tablet's got some buttons on it, and I've already set up this button and this button. Okay, This button picks the brush tool. This button picks the erase tool. Now if you go back and forth, and then you can come back and you can erase. So it's these two buttons right here. Now with a lot of graphics tablets, you can assign them to be, the buttons to be whatever, but I figured that these would be pretty easy for you. Now, if you hit the brush button twice, it changes it to a different mode. And you can get it to the point where you're just drawing a little bitty tiny line. So, okay, click that button, and then that will be you don't have to hold the button down. What it's doing is it's changing the tool over here.
Okay.
Okay? All right, now change it to the brush tool. All right. Okay. Oh. All right. Try it now. Pretty cool, right? So now you've learned some basics of drawing with the graphics tablet. So now you've got homework assignments.
What?
What? Yeah, you need to practice drawing with it. I mean, it's not quite as simple as a lot of people think. It is relatively difficult. You wear the glove to help your hands slide across here. And we learned how layers can be helpful, right? And we learned how to use the brush tool and turn on that pressure sensitivity. So when you press harder, it gets fatter, kind of like a nice ink pen. And, how to erase and how to use the color picker. So, do you have more doodles coming out soon?
Yes.
Yeah. So until then, I suppose Speedy and I will get back to some drawing, okay?